You gotta eat all of it. We've done nothing all day. But I did watch that Netflix movie. Let me know if you guys have watched it, that one, You Are What You Eat. And it was eye-opening. I will not be going vegan. I am, however, going to be trying to make sure that I, again, really monitor what I'm putting in my body, what I'm feeding my family, and so on. It's part of the kick as to what started my journey in general of learning how to make a lot of stuff from scratch. The spirit of that, I figured I'd take you guys along my little evening shift here as I also prep dinner and use up these carrots and stuff that we have. I'm also trying to be less wasteful. I was definitely one of those people that, you know, you sit here and you're like, I'm gonna be healthy, and you buy all the fruits and veggies and then it just spoils in your fridge. Not this time. It was really interesting because obviously these types of things are based out of the American diet culture. And ever since we lived in Italy before Germany, I really started to take into account, it is not, I feel like the propaganda is like, you can't eat carbs, you can't, you know, have this, like all kinds of stuff. I've absolutely fallen victim to it. I'm not going to sit here and act like I haven't. But once I started living overseas and seeing, I feel like the basis of stuff is about just getting actual just good food. I remember for my eggs, I would go down the street and buy from a local farmer, go to local butchers. Once you've done fresh, I don't know, it skeeves me out to think about like Walmart ground beef that comes in that little like casing tube. I understand there's certain things of budgets and whatnot, but I really think that we also try to make it seem like you can only eat healthy if you can afford Whole Foods. I think the biggest thing is we're in such a rush as Americans and in our culture that if we just take the time to slow down and meal prep and food prep like I'm doing now, you can eat better food. You can eat the burgers, the different things, but when you're controlling the ingredients and everything that you're putting into it, like, I found that I have gotten way healthier. I've lost better weight, everything from just simply doing that than following any sort of fad diet. Did you eat all your chicken nugget?
Yeah.
All right. This is our vice here as I sit here and talk about health. But if you're a person of color, if you know, you know. Ginger ale heals everything, okay? This pneumonia is going to get out of his system. Celery, I don't even know if it's going to go into the roast, but I also know that the celery was getting ready to go bad. I figure if anything, that's another thing we like to have with the Nerdy Nuts peanut butter that I get. That, you guys, is a brand also I can get behind. Oh my gosh, this is not a plug or anything for them. They are linked, but this is not a promo. I just simply only will share stuff that I personally buy with my coin and use. They're a peanut butter company that makes all kinds of nut butters, but they have like all kinds of crazy cool flavors, and I love to use it in multiple ways. You guys will see that too. Like, do people put celery in a pot roast? I don't know. All my celery that I'll put in a container for snacking. Again, I am no expert here. I am someone that only started this last year of really being on my homemaker, fake homestead grind. And why I say fake homestead is because we have no chickens, nothing. My husband said no to me getting chickens. I said that was a possibility, and he said absolutely not. Mind you, it's because he knows what actually goes into it. I'm not a city gal. I'm definitely suburbs, but let's just call it what it is. Privileged suburb type girl that I was just going down to Sprouts and Trader Joe's and Target and stuff, okay? I wasn't learning the ways of what it really takes to like raise chickens and get eggs and all of that stuff. So he was explaining it to me the other night, and I was like, yeah, I can't. I'm not completely out of tune. This would be such a deep conversation in terms of, I do understand there are some places, accessibility, things like that, but I'm just saying overall, I feel like the notion is people will be like, here, let me show you like really easy, cheap dinners. And it's easy and cheap because it's also going to send you into the ground quicker. The reason I feel like some of this is appealing, because I'm certainly not I feel like super crunchy mom and stuff of the homemaking arena, but why it's appealing, why I'm doing it is because at the end of the day, making a lot of the stuff from scratch, like I said, and controlling the ingredients and the things that you're putting in your body and just being more mindful of that is healthier. And it doesn't have to be super expensive. You don't have to go to Whole Foods and feel like because you got the carrot from Whole Foods instead of going and either growing some or getting some still from just your preferred supermarket is any different. My husband had this white onion that needs to be cut up in the fridge. Normally I would prefer a sweet yellow onion, but it's okay. Watch me go viral, not because of what I'm cooking or because I was realistic, but because my knife skills suck. This is how you know I am just so not about life today. I'm not even putting an apron on. The heart attack I'm about to have because I can't find the Hidden Valley Ranch packet. Yes, there is some. Okay. Gotta get Big Bertha set up. Okay, we're gonna move fairly quickly in this. Woo! Yep, we're gonna get hot quick. We're gonna do some paprika. It's the veggies that I'm seasoning. A little bit of mustard powder, onion powder, and a little bit of the tilapia mama. Nothing too crazy because we've got other flavors going on. I know we're probably wondering about garlic, but I have the pre-minced garlic because balance, again, not everything has to be from scratch. I feel like there's got to be a healthy balance of some things in life. I am no superwoman, but I don't need to put that in here and saute that with this right now. To brown the meat on all sides. I know some of y'all are gonna say this is why I should have done the meat first and then you put the veggies. I've seen it that way. I find with the Instant Pot, at least for me and my personal, the alarm went off. But I feel like it doesn't matter. I'm about to add some water, I'm about to add some water and then go ahead and try out this slow cooker from McCormick's. I've never used it before, but we're gonna try it. So I'm not gonna do, typically I do a beef bouillon cubes, but I'm not gonna do that this time. I'm also turning it off the saute. I didn't add too much, just enough that then basically I'm just gonna take this in and of itself and use this almost like my sponge to kind of just deglaze, get those bits that came up from the crust of it. Because again, it's in the Instant Pot. It doesn't need, I don't know. Like, I know when I see people do it in like their Dutch ovens and stuff, I feel like that is a different process, but the Instant Pot to me has its own learning curve, and this is just what I have found works really well. I am a garlic girl. I'm adding 2 spoonfuls of this garlic. We're trying this out. So this is the Instant Pot ready slow cooker hearty beef stew mix with apparently no artificial flavors. You're so hungry. You want a snack? behind that, adding my ranch packet. I just feel like something about this, the Hidden Valley, has something that just, it elevates things. I'll never give this up. Never. This is probably what's gonna give me cancer. We're gonna give this all a good little mix and mix. My Alani gummies?
Yeah.
I suppose. I feel like the healthy amount of water, or like, I wish I had stock, but last night when I was shopping my fridge and freezer, I didn't put the stock that I made in the freezer before we went to vacation and it went bad. But I feel like this is a good amount of liquid that you need if you're new to Instant Pots. With the beef, you don't want it completely submerged, but pretty much about 3/4 of the way. What's gonna make it super tender, and the secret, is to add butter on the top. So of course, Kerrygold, gonna cut some cubes, put it on the top, get this lid on, and we're gonna Instant Pot this baby.
Challenge is over.
Made it in enough time to go and get my oldest, and then now everything is going to be ready for us for dinner. By the time we need to be eating, I will probably just make a quick couscous or something to go on the side, but don't worry, I will show you guys the money shot. I will show you guys the finished product before I close out.
So in this video, I will rank the top 15 best fries and attractions at Expat. This observation ride is a super cool one, but it's easy to get
Okay,
lost in
moment
the
of truth.
Number
Yes,
14, monorail.
that is
This
what you
attraction
want.
gives guests an elevated and leisurely tour through Lab and
Completely
a village consisting of
fork
15 different houses.
tender.
You can also spur What are you doing? Notable. The vertical drop offers some good floater airtime.
Are, without a doubt, one of the most popular things that can be found in entertainment. For example,
Stop spitting, you're gonna get hurt.